This video was made possible by EA Game Changers. Hello everyone, it's your girl xViva and welcome back to my channel and welcome back to yet another video giving y'all some cottage living information. I believe this is like the 5th video. Y'all need to watch all of them because I'm giving y'all all the tea about cottage living before it comes out. So y'all need to get into it. You need to watch these videos. But anyways, in the previous video I went over gardening, canning, and cross stitching. Yeah, that's what I did. So in this video we're going to go over the new woohoo, new devs, and something that's kind of a big part about this pack, which is errands. So if you're excited about all this cottage living information I've been giving y'all, go ahead and like up this video. And while you're at it, if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you're new around here. That's all I ask. And also make sure y'all hit the bell next to the subscribe button so you get all the post notifications so you don't miss out when I upload these videos about cottage living or any other video that I decide to upload. So before we get started, quick disclaimer, you already know you're gonna see my origin ID bouncing around on my screen for legal reasons, and the footage that you're watching in the software is not final and it is subject to change before the pack comes out. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump on into some more cottage living. Alright, so let's talk about the new woohoo family that came with cottage living. So the new woohoo and the new location of the new woohoo is the animal shed woohoo. So in order to, of course, be able to experience this woohoo, you need to purchase an animal shed, which you could get out of build and buy. And that's it. The only way you're able to do this is that the animal shed has to be empty, meaning that the animal cannot be inside of the animal shed. And then all you have to do is just click on it and do woohoo with or try for baby with. Very simple, very easy. So this woohoo, y'all know how I feel about my woohoo locations, and you know I kind of rank them of which one is my favorite, which one I like the least. This one it's not up there for me. It's just meh. It's not anything too extravagant, but I mean I'm all for new woohoo locations. Just, you know, spice up your Sims relationship a little bit by having, you know, options. You need options, you know what I'm saying? Keep the love alive. But the animation is all right. It's cool. Your Sims just go in. It kind of almost start off like the classic woohoo, and then they just get dragged into the black hole of the animal shed, and you know they make it do what it do. Now I don't know how comfortable woohooing in an animal shed might be, but I don't think it might be comfortable at all. I don't think it might be pleasant at all, especially the smell in there. So I don't know if I would do it myself, but I'm just saying, hey, if that's what your Sims want to do, that's what your Sims want to do. I'm not gonna judge my Sims. I'm just saying, I mean, you got to get it how you live. So that is the new woohoo. At the end, you know, give it like its grand finale, and it's cool. It's just like hearts and sparks and fireworks going off at the animal shed, which is, it's alright, it's cool. So like right after talking about a new woohoo, we're gonna talk about the new deaths. Now I don't have any footage of the new deaths because y'all know me, I really don't like to see my Sims die. I'm not really the one that go ahead like, let's do this so my Sims will die. That's just not me. So I don't have no footage of that. But there is a new death that I think I briefly talked about in maybe video number 2. The new deaths is being attacked by rabbits or chickens, and how that happened is you have, you know, you can interact with wild animals and your regular animals as such. And in those interactions, you either had a chance to try to be friendly, be nice with them, or you could do like mean interactions with them. So if you keep doing mean interactions to the animals, they are going to get mad and they will attack you. And it's just kind of like a luck of the draw if that attack going to be your last attack because your Sim died, or your Sim just get attacked, and that's it. I haven't experienced that because I was not mean to any of my animals. I couldn't dare think of doing anything like that, even just to test it out to see. That's just not within me to be mean to an animal. So just know that that's the new deaths. If you be mean to chickens and rabbits enough, they will attack you, and you have a chance of dying from that attack. So good luck to you. But now let's go ahead and talk about the main purpose of this video, which is errands. So let's get into it. Before we get into errands, I just want to talk briefly about 2 other new interactions that came with Cottage living. So the first one is that your Sims can have a Henford heart-to-heart with other Sims. So basically that's just a social interaction where your Sims are talking and they're basically trying to get to know the townies around Henford on Bagley, or just to get to know the town more in general about what it's all about, if that makes sense. So I believe I said this before, Henford on Bagley is like a very close knitted bonded town because it's very small and everybody know everybody. So it's best to get to know your townies and befriend them because they could help you out a lot. And some of the time the Henford heart-to-heart interactions go bad because some townies feel like they don't know you like that. They be having a heart-to-heart talk to you, so they be like, look, I don't know you like that, try another time. And then there's the other interaction that I believe I discussed or talked about briefly in one of my previous videos, which is offer a Finchwick favor. So offering a Finchwick favor is basically gifting townies will randomly come up to you and do this interaction, which gives you some ingredients or anything like that to help you out, and your Sims can do that in return by gifting townies as well whatever they have in their inventory, and it will build up your relationship with said townie or whatever you gave to them. So now let's talk about errands. There's an interaction called offer help with errands. Now the best way that I can describe it is basically similar to doing odd jobs that came with Island Living. And Island Living, that was a while ago. I think that was like at least 2 years ago now. Like time be flying by. Woo. But with odd jobs and Island Living, you basically help somebody, you know, one of the townies in the world, and then they will pay you for whatever service you help them with. Now with offer help with errands, it's basically the same thing. So in order to do this interaction, you just have to click on a townie and then click on offer help with errands. Now the statement that I'm about to make sure if it's accurate, but from what I've experienced, I believe is true, is that you can only help with errands with like the main townies in Henford on Bagley. And when I say the main townies, I mean like the garden shop owners, the grocery shop owner, the grocery deliverer, the creature keeper, the mayor, the I think that's about it. I probably missed some people, but like those type of townies is what I'm talking about. I believe you can only help with errands with them. So I had the pleasure of finally doing my first errand with Agatha Crumple Bottom. And I know I really haven't talked about the Crumple Bottoms throughout all these videos because I really didn't have the chance to really interact with them that much. I was kind of really ignoring them. But the Crumple Bottoms are back and they are in this pack of Cottage Living. So all you have to do is just click on your Sim. So I clicked on Agatha, and then after interacting with her a little bit, I did offer help with errands, and then you will get this pop-up screen, and it says select up to 3 errands from the various locals of Henford on Bagley to help with and become a trusted member of this community. So you have the options of these different errands that you can run from them. It will be a different amount of them, and each errand has a different task and a different job for you to do in that errand, and they will basically explain to you what they want you to do. And when you complete these errands, you get different rewards, which it tells you at the bottom in the green. So yeah, you have a chance of getting a plethora of different rewards. It will tell you, like I said, which rewards it would give you if you complete that certain errand. But the rewards that you are having the option of obtaining is you could get a decorative gnome, you could get ingredients, you could get fertilizer, you could get freshly prepared meals, you could get animal treats, you could get treat recipes such as animal treat recipes, you could get animal clothing, you could get grocery delivery coupons, or you could get upgrade parts for your animal shed. I was sitting here trying to decide between the 2 errands of which one I wanted to do. You are able to select up to 3 to do at a time, and you could take however long you want to take in order to complete said errand. So I only wanted to take on one errand since it was my first one, and I believe I decided to do the one that was going to reward me with the most simoleons, which was 175, and I believe that one is Do I Gnome You. So it says, oh, what's this? A fresh face. Always lovely to see someone new around the village. Can you be a dear and help me out with some things? I've heard that there's some juicy gossip around, but I only got 2 ears. Can you find a gnome who knows some things and some Sims who don't know what they're missing? You'll help, won't you? Oh, of course you will. I could see it in your eyes. And the rewards for doing this errand, I will receive a decorative gnome and oversized seed crops. So I'm basically going to break this down and show y'all step by step of this first errand that I did. We're just going to give you the play-by-play, and then after that, I don't know if I'm gonna show y'all more, but I did at least like 3 or 4 errands. So this is my first one. So once you select your errand of which one you're going to do, all you need to do is then complete the errand. So it would kind of pop up like a job in your UI of where your career would be, and it will let you know of what errand this is, what's your rewards, and it'll also tell you the task that you need to complete errand for, and it will just say a little bit of things. I don't feel like reading that, but y'all could do so on the video right now. You could just stop and pause and read what Agatha said, but she basically ran off. So I was doing this with Iris. So at this point, I decided to go ahead and grab another errand from another townie. Like I said, it seemed like I was only able to do errands for like the main townies. So I went to the mayor of Finchwick, which is Lavina, I believe that's how you say her name, and I decided to grab an errand for her to kind of help her out, and I believe I did the same one. I just clicked on the one that was giving me the most money at the time. So I believe I clicked on the Welcome to Henford on Bagley, and it was 175 simoleons, and it said, I already know you'll love it here, but in case you need anything convincing, I've arranged a little self-guided local tour. Take up these few and fun, if I say so, errands, and I'll make sure you get a small bundle of rewards at the end. So the rewards I will get for completing this is an assortment of berries, llama wool, and animal treats. So once you select your errands, like I said, it will pop up in the UI, kind of like where your careers would be, like a job, and it will tell you the tasks that you need to do in order to complete your errands. So now I'm just gonna go through one of these errands that I decided to do, and I can't remember which one exactly I was starting to do first. I really didn't know which one I wanted to do first. So let's just see how this plays out, because I really can't remember. I just have to watch the footage back. Oh, okay, so now I'm gonna give y'all the play-by-play about one of the errands that I had to complete. So I did pick up a third errand from the grocery shop owner, but y'all don't need to see that. Just know that I now have 3 errands to do. So I decided to go ahead and start on the first errand that I got from Agatha, which is the Do I Gnome You. So the 2 tasks I had to do so far, which is number 1, I had to talk to a gnome, and number 2, I had to find 2 single sims. So at this point, I was like, I would save the talking to a gnome for last, because I didn't know exactly where I was going to find a gnome, because I really wasn't looking for it. So I figured the easiest one to do first is to find 2 single sims. So I had Iris to go around talking to random townies, and of course asking if they were single to complete this task. So the first sim that I came across was a cute elderly man, and he was so cute to me, so sweet. And I asked him, was he single, and come to find out, I learned that he was indeed married to another elderly man, and I think they are the cutest couple. They are so cute, and I believe I run into his husband later on as I was playing, but I think that's so cute to have an elderly gay married couple in Henford on Bagley, and it's so cute. I can't remember his name, but I'm pretty sure his husband name was Ian, and I can't remember what his name was. You probably see it on the video because I'm not watching it right now, but I thought that was so cute and so sweet. So I had to move on, still on the search of finding 2 single sims. So I was just running around talking to random townies while I was in Finchwick, and I believe I did eventually find 2 single sims to talk to, and I was able to complete one of my first 2 tasks of this Do I Gnome You errand. So now all I had to do was find a gnome. I was like, where the heck am I going to find a gnome to talk to complete this second task? And little did I know, I wasn't that far from one, as y'all could see. Okay, so my next task I had to do, which was I had to talk to a gnome. And little did I know that there was a gnome right by where I was in Finchwick, and it was actually at the pub. So I went to the pub, which I was right next to, and there was a gnome outside of the building in the grass. So I had Iris to talk to the gnome. You get the little action once you click on it, it says talk to. So she went over there and talk to the gnome. Am I losing my voice? Hopefully I'm not. There we go. So I had her to excuse me, I'm not editing any of this out, so y'all, this is raw right here. So I talked to the gnome, and then I was done with that task. Now when I did that, the gnome had a little pop up, and it said something about I don't remember. It was just saying a little pop-up, so y'all can stop and read that, because I'm really not watching it back right now. I don't feel like reading it. So once I was done with the gnome, I was thinking I was done with the errand. All I had to do was run back to Agatha and I'll be done with the errand. But little did I know that was just part one of the errand, and there was a second part. So I ran back to Agatha because she was at the garden shop stall, and I told her everything about what the gnome said. And then I was stopping to take pictures and stuff for like thumbnail reasons. I'm not really sure I'm gonna use the pictures for this current thumbnail for this video, but and then I had to report to her all the 2 single sims that I found in the town. And then after I did, I was thinking, okay, I'm done with the second part of this task. There was a third part of the errand where I had to deliver a dessert to Agatha, and I was like, oh my god, now I gotta go and do some baking. So at that point I was like, wow, so you really got me doing all this running around, Agatha, which you will be doing a lot of running around for these errands. Some of them are very quick and simple, but then there are some that are a little bit more time consuming, and you have to run around and do certain things and gather things if you don't have certain things. So I had to run home and then go and decide what the heck I'm going to give Agatha as a dessert, because I didn't have any type of dessert or anything like that in my pocket. All right, y'all, so my sim is back at home. I tried to do a few things to cheat my way out of having to bake a dessert for Agatha. So I went to the local pub to order food to see if they had any type of desserts in there. They did have a Yorkshire pudding. I tried to give that to her, and that wasn't going to get that task done of delivering her a dessert. I got home, I tried to do a grocery delivery, seeing that if there was any type of desserts they would deliver to your home. No, I tried to do the Zoomers to see if they had any type of dessert. They did have that Yorkshire pudding as well, but I knew that the Yorkshire pudding was not going to work. So I had no choice but to get in the kitchen and bake her something. So as I was clicking on the stove, I was trying to figure out what type of dessert I was going to bake for Agatha. I saw the different type of cakes that I was able to make, and then I saw blueberry pie. I was like, why not make her a blueberry pie? I could do that. I had the egg, the blueberry or blueberry jam, and the flour or the sugar to make the pie. So I was like, you know what, Agatha girl, I'm gonna bake you a blueberry pie. So that's exactly what I did, which there is many different pies you can make with cottage living depending on the ingredients that you have. You know, you can make a blackberry pie, blueberry pie, raspberry pie, strawberry pie. You can make a chocolate pie if you get some chocolate syrup, which you can make if you have choco berries, which is a new berry that came with this pack. You can make pumpkin pie. I'm not really sure about all the other pies. You could probably make apple pie if you had apples from an apple tree. It's just like I said, it's so many new meals and dishes that came with this pack. I can't even tell y'all exactly how many, but there is a lot. So I ended up making this pie for Agatha, and then I ran all the way back to the garden stall. Luckily we was already living in Finchwick, so going back and forth between our home and like the main village market area of Finchwick is not that far of a travel. It's just like literally outside of our our lot. So I went all the way back to Agatha and I delivered her the blueberry pie, and then boom, I was completely done with the errand for Agatha. There will be a pop-up once you're done. You'll know exactly when you're done because you'll get this little pop-up that has a pink letter next to it. And then I received my money, and then, or simoleons, excuse me, and then I also received my rewards. I did get my decorative gnome. I got me some pumpkin seeds, which are the oversized crop, and I got me a dish. I think it was called fingers and mash, or mash and something like that. I got a meal that my Sims could eat, or I could give it to any of my other Sims. But I grabbed my little gnome and I set it outside in my lot to be like, it's decorative, so I thought it would be cute outside next to my little chicken coop in between the animal shed. And that was that. So I did at least, I said, like 3 or 4 different errands. I would show y'all like the footage of it, but this video is already long enough and I don't want these type of videos to be too much longer. So I'm going to cover something that I should have done in my video when I was talking about all the animals. Go back and watch that video. I totally forgot to go over this, but it ties into this part very well about errands, so I'm gonna go ahead and just say it really quickly. So I want to go over the animal sheds and chicken coop upgrades that you could do, and in order to be able to upgrade those things, first you need to obtain livestock upgrade parts, and you're only able to obtain those, from what I've seen, is by getting them as rewards for completing certain errands. So I did 2 different errands where I would get a reward of an upgrade part for my animal shed. So I did both of those, and now I have 2 of the parts. So once you get 2 of the parts, all you have to do is just click on your animal shed or your chicken coop, go to action, and then go to upgrade, and then there would be the different type of options of what you could do to upgrade your animal shed or your chicken coop. The animal shed only has 2 different upgrades, I believe, and the chicken coop has 3 different upgrades. So all you need is the right amount of upgrade parts, and then you're able to do these upgrades. There was one of them that was the Fox Be Gone alarm, was basically an alarm that you get to put on your chicken coop, so it will go off anytime a fox trying to get into your coop and steal an egg. But for some reason it was grayed out and it wouldn't allow me to do it, even though it said you only need 1 upgrade part, which I been had 1 upgrade part, but it still wouldn't allow me to do it. So once I got the 2nd upgrade part, I was able to do the Comfort Care Life Extender, which basically make it more comfortable, make the coop more comfortable for your chickens and stuff. And then there was a 3rd one, which was the Coop Auto Feeder, which basically, I'm pretty sure, as it said, it will just auto feed your chickens for you, so you don't have to get out there and feed your chickens. So I didn't get to experience or get to do all the upgrades for the chicken coops or the animal shed, because the errands take a lot of time, and it was very rare, I would say in my opinion, to get an errand that will reward you an upgrade part for your animal sheds. So that's why I really didn't get to do all those, but that would definitely be a goal in mind if I do decide to do a let's play on cottage living. So that's everything that I'm going to cover in this video, y'all. Like, we went over the new woohoo, the new deaths, errands, which are a big thing. I wish I could show y'all more of them, because I do have the gameplay. I actually recorded every single errand that I did, but they are very time consuming, and I didn't want to put all that footage in this video because, like I said, I did not want this video to be that long. And then last but not least, we went over upgrading your chicken coops and your animal sheds. How did I forget that quickly? So yeah, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. The next video will be the last video that I'm going to do about cottage living until the pack actually comes out, and the last video is going to be going over every single one of the Finchwick fairs, and I cannot wait to do that video for y'all. So yeah, hopefully y'all still enjoying all of this cottage living information that I've been giving y'all throughout this past week. So yeah, that's the end of the video. So go ahead and like up this video if you haven't already, and subscribe to my channel if you're new. Follow all those links down below, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.